Hello, everyone, and welcome to Entertainment Expansion. We are your hosts, Tyler Callahan and Mike Ferrante. Mike, what's up?
Ah, feeling a little fury today. Little fury.
Yeah, me too. Is it is it bad that I kind of want to say like I'd watch Transformers again already?
Did you really?
No, no, I would prefer this than watching
Oh, okay.
than what we're about to talk about again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm really fucking disappointed in you. Well, yeah, if
uh,
you couldn't piece it together, we are talking about Marvel's Secret Invasion. And you want to know the secret? It
what?
sucks.
What? No.
Yep. Continuing the trend of the current MCU going downhill and downhill fast.
Yeah, guys, in case you didn't know, it's Guardians 3. That was the exception, not the rule to the past few years.
That's correct.
Because it turns out James Gunn can still make a banger of a movie. Shock.
Yeah, it's James Gunn. Oh, come on.
When he's not making a banger of a TV show.
Yeah.
So yeah, Guardians is over. James Gunn's over at DC. We're back on to the next MCU project, which is Secret Invasion. And Mike, this one was on our lists of most anticipated for a while now because it promised a espionage type of thriller show with Samuel Jackson, right? Ben Mickelson. You got Olivia Colman. You have an all-star cast here, a little darker, a little more serious. Martin Freeman's in it for a little bit, and yeah, it's just a piece of shit. I mean, let's just get right into it. This show has been ripped apart on social media the past few weeks. The season series finale, whatever that finale was, it's 30 minutes of my life I won't get back. Ever since then, it has been ripped apart continuously on social media. People are pointing out that this cost $212 million to produce,
Jesus Christ.
and yeah, we're looking at. Look, I will say the money's kind of on the screen. You know where the money didn't go?
The the plot?
Yeah, the script. I didn't go there. Now, the only rumors I've heard is that this show was heavily, heavily reshot, and you can kind of tell a couple scenes were a bit off, and then you can even compare it to trailer. Obviously, we're going to go full spoilers here, but in the trailer, here's a quick shot of Gaia holding what looks to be Talos' body when the president's being attacked. She's nowhere near in that fight in the final cut. So,
Nope.
toward the second half of the season, they just rewrote half of this stuff to, I don't know what the reason was. I don't know what the original plot is. It had to be better than what we got. But I'm going to
Yeah.
catch my breath for a minute. Mike, what did you think about the show?
Well, let's start off with the one good thing about the show, and
Okay.
that's definitely money well spent. The theme song, fucking banger of a theme song.
It got you hyped for then what would be a
It did.
disappointing 30, 40 minutes.
Correct. That is the best part, is the fucking intro. And that's a problem.
I will disagree with you. There's actually two things besides the banger of a theme song, which it's up there in Marvel theme songs. It's good. But Olivia Colman as Sonya, as the what I had to read up was that she was running MI6. I don't know if I missed a part, but like in the first
Yeah.
episode when she's in Russia, I thought she was like a crime lord or something that
No,
Fury
no,
had
no, no.
deals with.
She specified later on that she was MI6. You must have missed it.
Yeah, yeah, later on, but it's like, oh, okay. But anyway, the writing for her was great. She was a great actress, Oscar winner. I hope she's around the MCU, but I mean, one of her issues with Phase 4 and now Phase 5 is they're going to tease you something, and you're going to be waiting 5, 10 years for it at this rate.
Yeah.
Um, but hey, I loved her in it. If I see her again in Thunderbolts or whatever, great. But yeah, I think that's where all the positives go, right? I mean, look, the acting from everyone is good. It's just
Yeah.
what comes out of their mouth is not.
Yeah, and the overall plot was very lacking as well.
All right, so let's break it down because the script is shit, the plot is shit. What was your main issue with the plot?
I I kept finding myself not engaged in it.
Hmm.
Like,
It didn't hook you.
I get it. There's good scrolls and bad scrolls. The bad scrolls are tired of living in the shadows and they want to be a part of her. but now they don't really want to be a part of Earth. They just want to be the only species on Earth, essentially. They're they're angry that Nick Fury didn't live up to his promises. That what was it, 99?
Yeah, the 90s. Yeah, it's around there. So, a little over 20 years of being his faithful people, spies around the world.
Yep. And honestly, that's pretty small timetable. So let's think about this for a second. A lot happens in 20 years, right?
Mhm.
But not social change on a mass fucking scale.
Oh, oh,
So
yeah, sorry. Yeah, what do you mean?
think about how long women went without the right to vote, right?
Yeah.
How many years it took to change that.
True. But you're also trying to put, like, you're putting more thought into this process now than the writers did.
Correct, and that's my point. So the scrolls,
Also, their ask is
pretty
pretty
fucking
big.
large.
Like,
Yeah,
hey, Fury. I know you guys, right? Pre-Avengers, right? You're in the '90s. You don't really have all the science space tech. I just need you guys to help us find a planet.
yeah,
Yeah, sure. In the '90s, that's anything. Fury can do that, no problem.
yeah. Of course, because we went everywhere after the moon.
Mhm.
Totally fine.
Yeah,
Um,
I also think part of the issue with their demand, and at least how this was set up, is they said, Captain Marvel, right? Carol Danvers and Nick Fury promised to find the Skrulls a new home, right?
yeah.
Except she is nowhere to be found at all or barely mentioned in this entire show. So I do find it a little weird that Captain Marvel also has some lame here, yet it's all about Nick Fury. Now, I get it, it's
Well,
a Nick Fury show, but like, you're telling me in the Marvel's movie they're going to mention this? I don't think so.
yeah, probably not.
Probably not. At this point, that's probably a good thing. So
Yeah.
I also think an issue I have with the show is it kind of felt like character assassination for Nick Fury,
Oh yeah.
and which I would be fine with if there was a purpose to it, except there is no purpose. So he comes down to Earth, right? Because we saw from Far From Home, he's up in space, right? He's doing his own space business, as Nick Fury does these days. And we are told repeatedly from multiple people, he's old, he's not himself. Why'd you leave after everyone came back from Endgame? Blah 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 blah. You're beating him down. He's losing his best friends. And by the end of the show, he goes right back up to space. Everything is worse off from before he came back.
Yeah.
Like, the Skrulls are actively being hunted by the US president.
Yes, they are.
Humans are hunting Skrulls themselves, and now we're leading to executions around the planet.
Yep.
Sometimes they do get a Skrull, and sometimes they just kill an innocent person. And he's like, yeah, piece it, I'm out. Like, what the fuck? What is Marvel thinking with this? Like it's literally like, if you've seen like the GIF from that show Community where like Donald Glover comes in with pizzas and everything's on fire and freaking out.
Yeah.
Replace him with Nick Fury. He looks at this, he just turns away.
He's like, all right, well, my job's done. The immediate threat's over. I'm time to go back to vacation.
Yep. Oh, World War III is not going to happen? You're welcome, Earth. Again. But sir, the Prime Minister just got gunned down in the press conference. Not my problem.
Yep.
Also, here a small nitpick, because God forbid we try to have details in the show. Rhodey said he fired Nick Fury. It was like episode 2 or episode 3. Is that from SWORD? Is that from the US government? We don't really fully know what SWORD is. But he gets the beam right up.
And also, when's the last time Nick Fury was actually working like for any organization like that? We haven't
as far
seen
as
that
we know since Winter Soldier, and that was it.
Yeah, like since the
2014
crash of Shield. So who fired who? How did he get fired? When did this happen? When did he join?
Yeah, what was his actual position when he got fired?
Yeah, because last I checked, he fucking went MIA.
And him and the president are not on good terms, so I don't know if the president would have even reinstated him. Didn't even have a scene about that.
Yeah. Well, they're certainly not on good terms now.
Definitely. But that's what I'm saying. If they're not on good terms, I don't think the president would be like, yeah, sure, you can go run the giant space base while I go hunt down people. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so considering this was supposed to be a Nick Fury centered show, there was no mastermind plot from him where he pulls stuff out of his ass or he's got secret agents. And then also, like in the final episode, like he doesn't even talk to Gavik, really, technically. Right?
Nope.
You have this great Nick Fury Gavik scene where he admits he's wrong, he's not perfect, all of that. Turns out it's Gaia, because God forbid we have an emotional moment.
Well, we know how good that Marvel is with emotional moments.
Yeah, but like now I understand. He's an older dude. He wouldn't be able to handle the radiation there. I get it, but you're telling me in the final episode of his show, he's he's in a like what, like a Mexican standoff with Sonya and like evil Rhodey and the president. Like that's what we're doing with this guy. That's the best you can come up with.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Look, I don't know. Before we move on to other stuff like Rhodey, final episode. What'd you think about the CGI fight?
I've seen worse.
That is true. I know a lot of people are giving shit for that fight. I think the fight itself was fine. I just think the process and how Gaia became one of the most strongest people in the multiverse is kind of bullshit.
Oh yeah.
But again, that's more for a script issue. Like she has Drax's arm now if she so pleases, Captain Marvel's powers. Now people are saying they noticed the Ghost from like Ant-Man 2. Apparently she has her powers, even though she wasn't at the battle in Endgame. So I don't know. She's got all the powers.
All of them. Doesn't matter. Just throw it in there.
Yeah, and now she's working with MI6. So I know, good job, UK. You just got yourself a great asset.
Yep.
Oh, did they also explain at the end with all the scrolls missing in that old facility? Were they murdered or just like Gavik killed them, or did they run away, or what?
I don't remember.
Because like Nick Fury, or I should say, guy is walking around like she kills the guards, and then it's just deserted.
Yeah, it's just you only see the humans kind of left.
Yeah, like the troops come in to rescue the humans, but the scrolls are nowhere to be found. I don't know. Considering they spent quite a few episodes like showing that's an active community just to be completely deserted, I don't. You think you'd want to know where they went, but
they're in the wind.
Yeah, I will say props to the community. One thing I did like, actually, there's a small thing I actually like, is when they fight back against Gavik. I think it was in the 5th episode. They're smart and like, okay, we can't take him on one, so we'll try and suffocate him. I did like that.
Yeah, it just didn't really work.
No, it didn't work, but hey, it's something more unique. Because usually you have the trope of like the bad group finally going against the evil like commander, and it's just like they throw 2 or 3 punches and they get brutally murdered. It's like, no, they're trying. They're like, hold him down, suffocate him. We can't beat him physically, so let's just suffocate him to death. It's like, all right, I get it. Now, did it work out? Not at all. But hey, I give him points for trying. All right, Rhodey. Rhodey is the secondary antagonist of this show. Also, character assassination for him, especially if he's been a Skrull since Civil War. But yeah,
that would make sense.
We'll see if that turns out to be the case. What do you think of Rhodey being a bad guy?
He's been an antagonist before, not necessarily a bad guy, but antagonist. Yeah,
an antagonist in Civil War. Yeah.
So it kind of fits, and he's for the most part he was kind of standing with the government, obviously, except for what was that? Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War, it's where he went against government there.
Yeah, so it kind of tracks, but for him to go against Fury didn't track. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like I don't know, because personally, I mean, I don't really hear anyone mention this, but I always kind of thought Rhodey, for some reason, was just a bit of an asshole in Civil War, especially to Captain America for like no reason.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like, bro, chill it out. Even Iron Man's not going this hard on being an asshole to him. Like, let's calm it down here. But yeah, and here, I think he was fine. Like, it's almost like cartoonish that like by the end of it, he's like a war criminal instead of war machines. Like, Mr. President, we need to bomb all of them right now. We know it's the
uh,
Russians. Come on, it's only the Russians. Let's get it done. Let's bomb them.
yeah, but
And like even the jokes, like if she side eyes me one more time, I'm gonna carpet bomb her country. Like Jesus, I mean, you're not even away from the microphone.
yeah. Again, it was once you kind of knew it wasn't Rhodey. I feel like they overplayed that it's not him.
Yeah, it's like they really made it cartoonish. So like even like the not so smart people can be like, oh, he seems off.
Yeah, like, hey, dude, are you all right, man? Usually, you're not talking about mass homicide.
Yeah, and then once they do the shower reveal or like post shower reveals, like, oh yeah, no, in case you haven't gotten the hints, it's a scroll that's doing this. Is like, okay, then he's just comically evil.
Yeah,
Do you think his bodyguards? Do you think they're scrolls or not?
I don't know.
I wasn't sure
Oh,
on it, but then at the end, you know, when Fury sees him at the hospital, he tells him to give him a warning to Gravik, and he's like, "Oh, I'll make sure you get the whole show and all." I was like, "Are you really telling in front of these humans this character who's never name dropped yet?" And it's like you're giving Fury a heads up about shooting him to death. Like, does something seem off?
yeah,
But
it's a
if
good
they're
point.
scrolls, then it's okay. But like, we never see them as scrolls because they only get tasered too when they finally take it out.
Another fair point. But
So
again,
we don't even know.
it all goes back to the shitty plot, loose
Yeah,
ends,
yeah.
destroying characters' reputations, wasting characters,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's the show in a nutshell.
No, talk about wasting characters. Oh, thank you for the perfect segue. Maria Hill. Yeah, you think she'd be the eyes and ears on the ground for Fury, get him caught up to speed throughout the show? Yeah, no, she dead in episode one. Her
You know
death
why,
surf.
right?
Oh, why?
She saw the rest of the script.
Hey, but it's okay. Most episodes, she got first billing, special guest star in the credits
Yeah.
for just using the clip of her being shot over and over again. Her agent did great work.
I mean, yeah, why not, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was kind of a waste because I mean, she's one of the OG characters, right? She came from the first Avengers era, and it's just like
Yeah.
now. To be fair, has she done much in the past 10 years? Not really, but you would think being second in command to Nick Fury would get you somewhere, and it got her a bullet,
It did.
which is not the most surprising thing if you're close to Nick Fury.
Yeah, he's taken a bullet for himself before.
Yeah, hey, I mean, look, someone who was about to deliver a bullet to him was Fury's wife.
Yeah.
Let's not go forget talking about her. I think she was a good addition. I feel like again, there's potential there that was kind of wasted. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. He
like
seems
she
like a
brought up the
pretty
point. Like,
sweet
would you
guy.
really love me if I was like walking around in my own skin? Like, I think that's an interesting question. But they have Fury dance around it every single time.
Yeah. It's again, well, Nick Fury is kind of an asshole, so it makes sense that he would dance around that.
This is accurate. Yes. Oh, I mean, we should mention R.I.P. Talos.
Yep.
Talos. Yeah. Shame because I actually liked him. He's Ben Mendelsohn's a great actor. I liked him in Captain Marvel. I liked him here. I thought he was going somewhere, and then he is dead.
Yeah, he was going somewhere, Tyler.
But it seems
Going right
like,
out of the show.
yeah, he probably saw the final episodes. Like, nope, 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 nope.
Well, they did make good use of him, though. I will say that.
Well, yeah, he lasted almost the entire show. He lasted like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
So
Like you think, like Talos dying in front of Fury, Fury having a shocked face, an expression I've never seen from him before. Like he's just like completely shocked that this happened, and you would think something would come from that, and nothing does. Besides Gaia, I guess Gaia just willing to work with Fury, and that's
yeah,
basically it.
because again, these shows are just really laying it on thick with out with the old and with the new.
Yeah, a little too thick. Especially since, thanks to another delay, we're at least 2 years out from another Avengers movie, so it's not like we're doing anything big quick.
No, but hey, what used to be a criticism for our other shows, I think is a positive for this one. Thank God each episode was only 30 minutes. Because imagine wasting hour after fucking hour on this show and it's still being the same quality.
Yeah,
I
see,
gave I
I'm
gave
of
up
two
one hand.
minds. On one hand, this is a show that needed 6 hour-long episodes for it to be done right. But if you're not going to do it right, then yeah, let's just wrap it up. Just 30 minutes, let's get it done because clearly you're not giving the effort.
Speaking of wrapping up, let me ask you a simple question here, Tyler.
Sure.
Would you ever recommend this show to anybody?
Uh, I would say if you ever hear me recommending the show to anyone, you should probably institutionalize me for a few days.
Hmm.
My answer is no. You should not watch this show if you're looking for a thriller spy show. This has none of it. If you are an MCU fan, this is not worth your time. Watch a YouTube highlight video. At most, I don't know. Because look, here's the thing. What does this affect? Because this ain't going to affect the Marvels. You know it ain't. Maybe it's referencing Captain America 4, but otherwise, uh,
It's a filler show.
it's a filler
Nothing
show.
changed.
You would think
Nothing
something called
changed.
Secret Invasion would have some drastic events. But the only thing that's actually going to come from this is the Armor War movie with Don Cheadle. That's the only movie which hasn't even filmed yet, so we're years away. That might reference it, and that depends on where he was kidnapped and turned into a scroll. So yeah, this is a waste of time. This is a waste of since there were 30-minute episodes, it was like what, 4.5 hours? Maybe less.
Yeah,
4.
give or take.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a waste of time. Rewatch Loki, get ready for season 2, got that hype. Or just watch anything else. Watch Winter Soldier. When espionage movie was good.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with all those points. So just to clarify, I do not condone the recommendation of this TV show. I think you could watch a lot of things that are of more substance. But as always, these are just our thoughts and hatred for this show. We would like to know, what did you hate about this show and how did they destroy your beloved characters? As always, feel free to let us know at Entertainment Expansion. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you for listening.